Stand by for net. WREZ914 will start net in just a minute. Sorry, I'm running a minute behind. Good evening, everybody. This is WREZ914 as your net control for this evening's Thursday night broadnet. This net meets every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern and is open to all members. This is a directed net, meaning all traffic should be coordinated by net control. If you have any comments or responses, please call for net control first. The net control operator will coordinate all traffic. During this net, if you have an emergency or any priority traffic, feel free to break in at any time. Additionally, we're streaming this net live on the YouTube channel. You can find our link by going to broadnetgmrs.net. The order of tonight's net will be as follows. First, we'll start with the Central Kansas REACT check-in, followed by the Richmond County REACT check-in. General membership check-in will follow that. Then we'll move to new and missed check-ins. At some point during the night, we should hear from the Jersey Coastal Emergency Alert, and we'll let you know what their check-in was on their alternate net. Following all the check-in stuff, we'll do our roundtable before we have our closing. All right, we'll start with the South Central REACT check-in tonight. Do we have Ken or Tom out there? All right, nothing heard from Ken or Tom there. We'll move over to the Richmond County REACT check-in. Jacqueline, WNRL 873, are you on tonight? All right, nothing heard from Jacqueline, so we'll go ahead and do the Richmond County REACT check-in here on our end. All right, we'll begin the Richmond County REACT check-in. Again, the Richmond County REACT consists of a network of skilled volunteer communicators with a desire to assist their community in times of emergency or disaster. For more information, including how to join, please go to richmondcountyreact.org. We'll start off tonight with REACT 1. Are you on tonight, REACT 1? R2. R3. R4. R5. R6. R7.
Mark?
Yeah, go ahead. This is Net Control.
This is WQRL 347. The audio transmission is not coming out through the Zello, and I'm monitoring the Zello right now, and people are asking questions. So there might be a little problem somewhere along the line.
All right, copy that. I'm hearing myself through the Zello. Sorry. I'm not sure what you're hearing on your Zello side. I myself both on the link and the Zello.
Yeah, what you just said over the RF is just now going over the Zello.
Control, WRO8733.
733, go ahead.
Mark, I just checked the 725 Staten Island repeater on HF and the New Jersey repeater, and there is nothing coming over when you are talking. It's just coming over the Bronx 625 machine. Back over to you.
Okay, I don't know if you're monitoring it currently. So you're saying this transmission that I'm making right now is not coming out, but only on the Bronx 625, and it's not coming out on the Zello side either? I'm trying to understand, and we can restart the net, but I'm trying to understand if we're having issues and if we need to postpone the net until we get something fixed.
Mark, this is Mike 733. I just, while you were talking, monitored Staten Island 725, and if that's the react frequency in their monitoring, they're not hearing anything that you're saying, so they wouldn't be able to respond to your call for the net for them. Over.
Mark 347. Right now I'm listening to what you've already spoke on coming out the Zello now.
You on tonight, React 1?
See, it just finished advertising React 1, and you said that almost like 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
There seems to be some kind of a time delay going on the Zello side. WRHW640, just to let you know, Mark.
Okay, copy that. Let me move to the Zello platform and see if we can try to straighten it up. Stand by, and we'll restart the net.
Please do so. Net control standing by.
Okay, this is WREB914, and I'm coming in on the Zello app. Let me know if you hear this in real time.
WROR. Yeah, I copy on the RF side. I copy you.
Okay, sorry, I guess we're having some problems there. I'm going to go ahead and restart the net. That way, if you missed anything, then we'll catch you back up. So stand by as I restart. Good evening, everybody. This is WREZ914, and I'll be your net control for this evening's Thursday night broadnet meeting. This net meets every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern and is open to all members. This is a directed net, meaning all traffic should be coordinated by net control. If you have a comment or response, please call for net control. The net control operator will coordinate all traffic. During this net, if you have an emergency or priority traffic, break in at any time. Additionally, we're streaming this net live on the BroadNet GMRS YouTube channel. You can find a link to our channel at our website, broadnetgmrs.net. The order of tonight's operation is we're going to do the Central Kansas REACT check-in, followed by the Richmond County REACT check-in. Then we'll do the general membership check-in, new and missed calls. Then after that, we'll have announcements, followed by the roundtable discussion. First, I'm going to start with the South Central REACT check-ins. The South Central REACT is a team of dedicated communication professionals in the Kansas area. You can find out more and how to join their team by going to their website. SCKSReact.com. Do we have Tom, WRCJ783, or Ken, WROD580 online tonight?
Yes, you got Ken, WROD580, and we're online tonight, and I will check in right now for myself, and I will see if Tom is listening. Pause. R1, Tom, R1, are you on here? I guess we do not have Tom tonight. Again, WORD580, R8, South Central Wichita, Kansas REACT, returning it back to net control.
All right, thank you, Ken, for checking in tonight on the net. Again, we had a total of one check-in, and we All right, nothing heard there from Jacqueline. We'll go ahead and begin the Richmond County REACT check-in. R1, Chris. Sorry about that. I'm using my phone, so it's kind of a mix now between text messages and phone calls. Someone said that I'm sounding picketed fenced out there. Paul Haggerty did. I'm not sure if anyone is hearing me and I sound broken. Please let me know.
You coming in?
All right, we'll continue with the Richmond County REACT. R2, Allison. R3. R4, Joel. R5. R6, Jose. R7, Mark.
R7, checking in.
Thank you, Mark. We've got you checked in. R8, Nelson.
React unit number 8, checking in. No traffic. Back to you, net control.
React 8, Nelson. We've got you checked in. Thank you tonight. R9, 1. R10. R11. R12, Mike. R13, Edwin. R14, Jacqueline. R15, Anthony. R16.
Control?
Go ahead for net control.
If you had a copy on me, Mark, this is Juan. I was trying to get it back to you on the RF side, but I didn't get no response back to you. I went to the React on the WhatsApp app. Only one person answered me, and left the message there. Where's everybody from React checking into the broadnet? No one answered, but only one person does. So figured I'll let you know.
All right, we've got you checked in, Juan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I am not sure where everyone is tonight, but we're going to do the check-in, and if they don't answer, then Chris will have to see what's going on with this group there. We'll just report the numbers back to Chris. Chris didn't even answer when I called him. What I was told by Chris was he was going to link in his two other repeaters, the Staten Island repeaters, to the broadnet on Thursdays so his members could check in, and they are not linked in. So I don't know if they're listening on those repeaters and they're not hearing us because they were not linked in before the start of the net, or what's going on.
I'm not sure if they are or not there because I got my radio on scan there, so I'm scanning all the React channels and the broadnet.
Okay, well maybe we can get on the RF side and ask if anyone is on the React channels that would like to check in since we're not linked with them. I'm going to continue here. I've almost through the list of React. And just let me know who checked in on that side. We're going to move over to R17. Alex.
Break. Mark, this is 733 again.
Go ahead, 733.
I did a little while ago what you just suggested. I called out on the Staten Island 725 for any REACT member on the air, and in 5 minutes I didn't get any response, and I made the call out twice. So I don't know if they're listening on that or what the story is. Just so you know, back over to you. WROH 733.
Okay, very good. Copy that. Appreciate that. Yeah, and I'm not sure, and nobody has said anything that anything changed tonight, so we were just continuing with the flow as we normally do on Thursday night, and we'll leave it up to Chris to figure out what's going on with his REACT team. Like I said, I'll just report back what we hear here. So let me move over. I've got like 5 more people here. R18, and then we'll move into the BroadNet check-ins in just a second. R18, though, on the REACT side, Richmond County.
Net control.
Mark, WRKJ296, R18, checking in.
Copy that. R13, Edwin, we've got you checked in tonight for the Richmond County REACT. What about R19? Steve.
Good evening,
Net control,
R19.
break.
Checking in. And also checking in R15. He had texted me. He had to take care of something. Nothing to report. No traffic.
Net control.
18 down, Steve, thank you. And we got Anthony, R15 down. I think I skipped R18, Chris.
Net control.
Go ahead for net control.
WRKJ296, R18, checking in.
All right, thank you, R18. We've got you checked in tonight. R20. R53, Joe.
WQRH 355, all 53, checking in. Good evening.
Good evening, R53. Thank you for checking in. And I'm going to check myself in, R914. That concludes the list for the Richmond County REACT check-ins. If you did not hear your name called and you are a member of the Richmond County REACT, please call with your call sign or your number, your REACT number, so we can check you in. Stand by BroadNet as we're about to move over to the check-in for BroadNet. All right, with nothing heard, we had a total of 9 check-ins on the Richmond County REACT tonight. And I heard from Paul with Jersey Coastal Emergency Alert, KAF 1215. He said they had 33 members check in on their net on Firacom this evening. So thank you, Paul, for that. Do I have any Jersey Coastal members that need to check in here tonight on BroadNet that was unable to check in on Firacom? Please go with your call sign. This is WREZ914, and you're listening to the Thursday night BroadNet meeting. I just wanted to put it out again real quick. If anyone is interested in watching our live stream of this net, you can do so by going to YouTube and searching for Broadnet TMRS, or you can go to our website and find the link on our homepage. Again, we stream these nets here the last month or so, thanks to Chris. I know he puts a lot of work into those nets. And you can also go back and watch videos from last week's net or the week before on our YouTube channel. If you missed a net, you can always catch back up and see what was talked about, who checked in and whatnot. Okay, Broadnet General Check-In. Starting with Joel, WQZR739. WRKJ296, Chris.
Good evening, Mark. Please check in WRKJ296.
All right, thank you for checking in tonight, Chris. We've got you checked in here on the Broadnet. I think Edwin was also next on the list, WQUZ499, but we heard him say they had to get back to work when he checked in with Richmond County. So I'm going to check him in on the Broadnet as well, but I'm not going to call for him because I know he's working tonight. On the list following Edwin is Juan, WQRL347.
WQRL347, checking in. Back to you, net control.
Thank you, Juan. We've got you checked in tonight on the Broadnet. And we heard from Mike, WROH733. Go ahead, Mike. Are you still on tonight? Can we check you in?
Net control, here is WROH733, Mike from Brooklyn, and it seems the only machine I can get you guys on is the Bronx 625 machine. Thanks again, Mark, for taking care of the net. Back over to you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Mike, for checking in. I am not sure. I know they were working on that multicast thing. I'm not sure. I see on the repeater list that the Bronx is linked in, but it's called the multicast system, so I'm not sure what all that really connects to. They also have the Monroe County multicast, so I'm not sure which repeaters they're working on or not. I can't tell on the status page anymore. But we've got you checked in tonight. WRAF 805, Walter. WRAF 805, Walter. Checking in. Thank you, Mark. All right, Walter, I heard you in there. We've got you checked in tonight. I appreciate that. As you've checked into every single one of our nets since we started tracking these back in, what is this, November, back in November. You've not missed one check-in, so that's really awesome. Thank you again, Walter, for checking in. WRJS 337, John.
This is John, WRJS 337, New Athens, Illinois. Thank you for hosting, Mark. Hello, everybody. Hope you have the rest of the good week and good weekend.
All right, John, we've got you checked in. Thank you very much. And yeah, we hope you have a good weekend. Yeah, we didn't hear from you last week, so I hope everything was okay. But we've got you checked in this week.
Yeah, 10-4, just been running a lot of fire calls. Actually, at the beginning of the net, I just from a fire call.
All right, well, be safe out there. We definitely commend you being on the front line and servicing the community like that. WRFL 821, Daryl. WRKM 273, Benjamin.
WRKM 273, Benjamin. Checking in. Washington Heights, George Washington Bridge.
All right, thank you, Benjamin. We got you checked in from Washington Heights, the George Washington Bridge over there. WQWU 433, Kevin. WQRH 355, Joe.
WQRH 355, Joe, Nassau County, New York. No traffic. Good evening.
Good evening, Joe. We've got you checked in from Nassau County, New York. Thank you for checking in tonight. WRFJ 490, Josh.
WRJ 490, Josh, Lake Placid, New York. Thanks for running the net.
No problem, Josh. And you know, we've done these nets forever now. It feels like at least over a year or so. And we appreciate you checking in once again. We've got you down now. And thanks for being a repeater over there. I know you have that that GMRS repeater over at your house. So, looking for Rob, WRMR 871.
WRMR 871, Rob, Staten Island, New York. Checking in. Nothing to report.
All right, Rob, it sounds like you're coming in on RF there. How are our transmissions sounding? Are we still choppy, or have you not heard any of that tonight?
I'm actually on the DVswitch about RFing tonight.
Okay, copy that. Understand that. Thank you for checking in. WQRL 347, Unit 1, Candy.
Good evening, Net Control, WQRL 347, Unit 1, Bronx, New York, no traffic.
All right, thank you, Candy. We've got you checked in from the Bronx, New York. WRKA 793, Mike. WROG 208, Alex. WRNL 873, Jacqueline. WRMQ 439, Lewis. WRHW640, Nelson.
WRHW640, checking on Bronx 625 via Harlem, no traffic.
All right, thank you. We've got you checked in, Nelson, from Harlem. WRKP401, Robert.
WRKP41 Robert speaking from Washington Heights. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Good day over here, or at least I am. And we've got you checked in there from Washington Heights. We appreciate that, sir, you checking in tonight. WR08602, Crystal.
WROH602, Crystal, Washington Heights. Thank you for running the net, Mark.
You're very welcome, Crystal, and good to hear from you tonight. Got you checked in there. We are looking now for Ray, WQYM547.
WQYM547, Ray, React number 10, checking in with traffic.
Copy that, Ray. Did you need to go with the traffic now, or do you want to wait until we finish the check-in?
I'll stand by until the check-ins are done.
Copy that. We've got you checked in. WQVV468, Sunny. WRMW805, Chris.
Good evening. This is WRMW805, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Chris. No traffic.
Thank you for checking in again, Chris. We've got you checked in from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. WRDH368, Terry. WRCN747, Victor.
WRCN747, Victor, Jersey City. Good evening. No traffic.
Good evening, Victor. We've got you checked in Jersey City. Thank you for that tonight. Fine. WROG342.
WROG342, Frankfurt, Mount Vernon, New York, checking in. I want to say hello to everybody tonight, and Mark, thank you for running the net. Back to you, net control.
Oh, you're welcome, Frank. We've got you checked in. Thank you again for checking in. WROL223, David.
Checking in. No traffic.
Thank you, David. We've got you checked in tonight. No traffic. WRKZ368, Craig. WRJU 231 Rich. WROI 219 Urban. WR. All right, Urban, we got you checked in. Copy that, no traffic. Thank you for checking in tonight. WRFH 639 Richard.
Good evening, this is WRFH 639 Richard in Brooklyn, New York. No traffic, and good evening.
Good evening, Richard. We've got you checked in tonight from Brooklyn, New York. We understand no traffic. WQZQ 298 Teddy. WRON 811 Fabian. WROW 355.
Checking in Mount Bethel, Pennsylvania. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Andre. We got you checked in from Pennsylvania. WROG 757 Scott.
And from Nashville, Tennessee, this is WROG 757.
Good morning, Scott, or good afternoon. I'm sorry, I always talk to you in the mornings when I'm on my way to work. I appreciate you checking in there, Scott. I'm sorry for the confusion. I've got you checked in from Nashville, Tennessee. WRAS 704, another Scott. Scott, are you out there? Scott in Sioux Falls, Missouri, or South Dakota. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Scott. WROD 580, Ken.
580 listening. Thank you. We're checking in for the second time.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, we do the React check-ins, and we still got you on the list here for the good old broadnet check-in. Two separate organizations. So WRDB 871 Joshua. WRMT 305 Brian.
WRNT 305, Jamaica Bay, 46 degrees. No traffic.
Thank you for checking in, Brian. Yeah, we've missed you the last couple of weeks, so we're glad that you made it back here to check in tonight. WRPD 551 Steve.
Good evening, Mark. WRPD 551, checking in from Staten Island. No traffic, and thank you for running the net.
Thank you for checking in, Steve. We've got you checked in from Staten Island. WRKV 489, Dan. WRNB 581, Tyrone.
Right, WRNB 581, currently in Brooklyn, no traffic.
Thank you, 581. We've got you checked in from Brooklyn. WROD 906, Tony. WRDA 947, Roy and Leah.
Good evening. This is WRDA 947. We have Roy, Lisa, Sophia, and Leah. Checking in, no traffic.
Copy that. That's is that 4 I counted? I'm making sure I get the total right here.
Yes, 4 of us.
Very good. I've got y'all all 4 checked in tonight. WRMA 819, Jose.
How you doing? Hopefully you can hear me, and I have no traffic. Back to net.
Very good. We copy that. No traffic. We got you checked in tonight, Jose. Thank you. WRKW 877, Antonio.
WRKW 877, Antonio, in the Bronx, no traffic. Back to net.
Thank you, Antonio. We got you checked in from the Bronx. We understand no traffic. WROJ 628, Glenn. WRMF 745, Bob. WROP 763, Juan. WRJH 792, Freddie.
WRJH 792, Freddie, checking in, no traffic.
All right, Freddie, we've got you checked in. Be advised you had a lot of static in the background. It was hard to understand you, but I did catch your name there, and we've got you checked in tonight. WRPM 347, Steve. WRPE 339, Rick. WQDV 496. WQRK 926. WQVZ495, Ken.
WQVZ495, this is Ken from New Richmond, Illinois. Back to you, Nick.
Thank you, Ken, from New Athens, Illinois. We've got you checked in. WRHT661, Mark.
WRHT661, checking in and actually running a net.
Yeah, thank you, Mark, for checking in. I apologize earlier. I heard you before the minute asking if there was one. I was actually in a meeting with some contractors at my house, so I couldn't get up and answer on the radio. So I'm glad that you were able to stick around for the net tonight. Well, guys, that concludes my roll call, guys and girls. That concludes my roll call. If you did not hear your name, you're considered a late or missed check-in, and that's okay, because I'm looking to check you in right now. Please give me your call sign if you are a late or missed check-in.
Net control.
Go ahead for net control.
WROR906, Tony from Apopka, Florida.
All right, Tony, we got you checked in from, I think you said Opaka, Florida, and that's not where you normally check in. You usually check in from Orlando, Florida.
Well, Apopka is like 20 minutes north of Orlando, so it's all in the same general area.
I will remember that for next time. Thank you for that. Yeah, it makes sense, you know, because you kind of just say a broad area that you're in. We understand where Orlando is, and we don't know where that other place is. So, very good. Thank you for checking in tonight. Do we have anyone else that would like to check in late or miss? Please give your call sign.
Hi, this is WRPT 511, Shan Wu checking from Green Neck of Nassau County.
WKR.
Okay, give me just a second. I got 511, and I got WKR367. I'm working on my phone here tonight, so my hands are a little tied up with trying to get everything compiled into the log here. So 511, I did not hear your full call sign. I do not see you on my roll, so that means you're a new check-in. Can you please go ahead with your full call sign?
Yes, this is WRPT 511, checking in from Green Neck of Nassau County.
All right, copy that. We got you checked in, 511, from, yeah, there you are. We got you checked in there. Thank you for registering. Can you please put your call sign in your Zello profile so that way if the next time you key up, I don't have to ask who it is if I missed the first few call signs. If you'll just edit your name on your profile and put your call sign in there, that way we can see that you're a legitimate registered user here on the BroadNet. Thank you. And then I had the other station calling. Stand by. Okay, sorry about that. Richie, WKV WKRZ367. Go ahead. All right, nothing heard from 367. All right, late or missed check-ins, please give your call sign now.
WRF 326.
WRKH723, Eric in Queens currently, via Zello.
Okay, stand by. I had to check in there. Stand by for a second. I'm sorry, I'm using Zello tonight, so it's cumbersome because I'm using it through my phone, and I use my phone usually in the net so I can kind of catch up when I hear something. Okay, I had WRFS 326, Alonzo. We have you checked in tonight. Thank you for checking in again, Alonzo. Yeah, I didn't call your name because it's been a while since you checked in, but I've got you back on the roll now. And then that other station out there, I missed your call sign. I think it's the first time checking in tonight on the BroadNet. You gave me the number 703, and I didn't catch the beginning part, and I don't find you as a registered user. So maybe you could try that again. Maybe I mistyped something.
Yeah, not a problem. Good evening to you. I've checked in before. It's just been a couple of months. My name is Eric, and my call is WRKH723. Whiskey Romeo Kilo Hotel, 723. Currently in Queens, over Zello. Back to you.
WRKZ367.
Good evening to you.
Phone with New York via Zello.
Okay, copy that. I did not have you in the roll call 723, but I do have you added in there now. I do see you on the membership list now. I was typing 703. So Eric, I've got you checked in. Thank you. You're back on the roll. I'm not sure. Maybe it's been longer than a few months. We started a new roll script here, so since November. I've got you checked in though. Okay, and Richie, I can't even say it, 367, Richie. I've got you checked in as well as a new check-in tonight. Okay, WRKZ367. Richard, I've got you checked in. Thank you. Again, my apologies tonight. I'm trying to work off my phone because we were having some problems with my radio. All right, if you have not already called to check in tonight, please do so now. Again, later missed check-ins, and then we'll start the announcements and the roundtable here shortly. Please call now if you're a late or missed check-in or new check-in. Again, I'm calling for anyone who has not already checked in to check in before I close the spreadsheet here for the roll call. And we're going to move over to the opening announcements and the roundtable. Okay, with nobody else checking in, we are going to go ahead and do opening announcements now. I believe Ray had traffic tonight, WQYM 547. Ray, are you still on? Do you have traffic for us? Okay, I'm not hearing anything from Ray there. Well, I do have an announcement for the board, the BroadNet board. We do have a board meeting this coming Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time via Zoom meeting. Again, if you're on the board, this is to establish the first meeting for the board and to adopt the bylaws here on the BroadNet and form the organization. That board meeting will be at 11 a.m. on Zoom. Please check your emails for all the information that goes along with the agenda. Do I have anyone else that has any general announcements tonight for the BroadNet? Please give your call sign. All right, well, with nothing heard there, I know it's been a little quiet on the radio the last few days. I've been kind of monitoring it and not heard a lot of traffic. I've tried to talk with a few people. So we're now entering the roundtable portion of the net. Here's your chance where we're all connected on Thursday night to talk about anything that y'all like to talk about. If there's questions or comments, or if you want to make an announcement about something, maybe a ham event coming up, this is the best time to facilitate it, as this is where we kind of all congregate on each week here on Thursday nights to have an open discussion amongst each other. So I'm going to step back for just a second and see who has traffic. Please keep your call sign. This is WREZ, known for your net control. Okay, well, with nobody keying up there, we'll talk about a little about springtime coming up. I know this is kind of the time to start getting ready for, some severe thunderstorms. Where I'm at here, we had a little tornado outbreak this past week since we talked last on the BroadNet, and one of them came like within a quarter mile of my brother's house. That was kind of scary for them. So yeah, we're getting into that season where we have some severe thunderstorms, where we have the cold front smashing with the warmer air, springtime, the spring showers bring May flowers, so we're looking at these upcoming storms here. And so I'm not sure if anyone's gone through their Skywarn training, or if anyone has any tips how to be safe. Maybe any recommendations for anyone who has an antenna up on their house, what to do in case of lightning. All right, well, nothing heard there. I will give you my tip, and I'll stand by for another minute, see if anyone else has any traffic. But, yeah, for sure, if you've got an external mounted antenna for like a base station, Whether it's a small little antenna on the side of the house or it's a big antenna way up in the air, tall and high and proud, I always recommend a surge arrestor. It's a small little device that goes in the feed line that it breaks between your radio, your transmitter, and the antenna. These typically are mounted on the exterior of the house just prior to the feed line entering in the house or building, and they usually go to ground. You take it to ground. And what it is there's a couple of different brands out there. There's some cheaper ones, and those work okay, and then there's some really good ones that are about $80 or more, called polyphasers. Those are usually what's used on the commercial side. Let me break. So whether you're using a cheap one that you bought on the internet or a polyphaser, basically what it does is the shunt. And what I'm meaning is the shunt is it's a open air gap that allows your transmissions to normally propagate through it. But when there's high voltage on the line, such as a lightning strike, it arcs over from the center post of the antenna down to ground. And what it does is it essentially creates equal voltage both on the outside of the shielding of the cable and the inside of the shielding, and it grounds kind of everything together, and it prevents your radio from burning up. And now, if you had a direct lightning strike, there might not be a lot we can do if it hits your antenna, but a nearby lightning strike is usually where most of the damage is done. Even if it didn't hit your house directly, an indirect strike is pretty devastating to electronics, as we all know. So I definitely recommend, if you have anything that's penetrating the wall antenna-wise, that you put a spark arrestor or a shunt on it. Polyphaser is the commercial side of it, and then they have some cheaper ones. That's just what I recommend. Let me reset. Again, just making sure, just your reminder that to go around, if you have guide wires on your pole, on your antenna mast, to check your guide wires to make sure that they're secure. Check any hardware that's mounting your antenna mast to make sure that the bolts and nuts are all tight and secure. Over the winter time, things have a tendency to loosen up, especially with the snow and the ice that sits on them and expands and contracts. Things tend to loosen up. Wood tends to rot away, so make sure that everything is nice and snug, and that antenna mast and antenna will not fall over during a little thunderstorm wind. Again, just some of the simple stuff around the house. Checking to make sure that your flashlights, you've got batteries for your flashlights in case you lose power. Making sure you have extra batteries for your radios if you use a handheld. Make sure you have a spare battery on hand in case you do lose power for a few hours because of a storm. At least you'd be able to utilize the repeater system. I always like to recommend someone who has a handheld to have a spare battery. That way, if you do lose power, or just even in normal day operations, you can swap them out and always have the radio on while you have a battery on the charger.
Okay, this is WRF 326. Can we also use internal batteries as well?
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of radio you're using there that has an internal battery, but yeah, I'm sure you could. Can you give me a little more description of what you're referring to?
I'm using the TYT UV88, and I'm also using the Valfang UV82S3. I believe, I think that already has a extended battery pack. You can buy off of Amazon somewhere, but I don't know about the TYT.
Yeah, the UV82HP, it does have a battery pack. It has two little push buttons at the top of the battery pack to release it. And those, you can actually buy more battery packs for those. What's really cool about those UV82s is you can actually buy a battery pack that takes alkaline batteries, not rechargeable batteries. And that's what, I have a similar radio to that. And I went ahead and bought the alkaline battery pack for it. So I don't normally use it. I keep it stored with a pack of batteries because the alkaline batteries have a shelf life of 10 years. So if I ever find myself in need of a battery for my radio and my other batteries have died, I can put alkaline batteries into the specially made battery pack. And I think I bought that on Amazon. Yeah, for sure. I definitely recommend if you've only got one battery for that radio to look up that brand, that model, and see if you can buy a spare battery pack. You can use the same charger, and you can stick the battery just right into the charger. It doesn't have to be in the radio to charge it. And that way you have a fresh battery ready to go.
Yeah, I might end up just buying like 62 of those batteries because I run through my UV82 batteries very quickly by just monitoring or just using it constantly.
Yeah, for sure, and you'll find yourself the more you transmit on it and the older the battery gets, the faster it tends to go on you. Yeah, like I said, you can buy those batteries online. You can get several of them if you want for spares, or you can get one spare. I just always recommend at least having one extra spare because it seems like every time I want to use my radio, my battery's dead, and I swap it out for my spare battery and put that one back into the cradle without the radio. It just makes sure you push it all the way to the back of the cradle when you do that. And it fits down in there kind of tight, and the little red light turns on, and I know it's charging, and I'll come back to it in 5 or 6 hours and swap them out again. Yeah, especially if you lose power. The last thing you want to do is lose power and only have one battery. And even if you're scanning and monitoring and not even transmitting that much, eventually that battery will die on you, and if you've lost power, you have no way to charge it. So that's why I recommended the alkaline one, so you can actually put AA batteries into it, and you can keep a few packs of those laying around, or even just a spare battery that would allow you to listen twice as long.
Yeah, my TYT UV88 lasts pretty long too as well, by the one charge. I mean, I just leave it alone for a couple of days, pick up the charger, it lasts throughout the whole night. But I actually left it on last night while I went to sleep, and I forgot to turn it off, and it lasted throughout the whole night on a full charge.
Yeah, as long as you don't have like the light staying on all the time, as long as you don't transmit on it at much, they do tend to last a while of monitoring. If you've got the volume kind of turned down low, it doesn't tend to kill them. It's usually when you transmit is when I've noticed you get about 10, 15 minutes of transmit and the battery starts going on you, and you've either got to swap out batteries or you've got to put it back on the charger and wait a while.
I noticed that. I really noticed that the battery life reduces very fast, constantly. By, I think the last time I used it, when I pushed the PPP button, automatically I just saw the light bar, the battery indicator start blinking, and it just flashed up battery low. I thought, oh crap, I gotta put it on charger now.
WRJU 231. Go ahead, WRJU 231.
Yeah, that's a great point, Mark, about the alkaline battery adapter. And I think they also accept rechargeables, and it's they have a dummy battery, and I forget which way it works. They have slightly different number, but that's very helpful. The other thing that's helpful and more available now, at least for the GMRSV1, the BTEC GMRSV1, and also the Baofeng UV ham radios. Another thing they have available recently is USB chargers or USB charging adapters. Again, if you're out of power in a storm, you don't have a generator, you can use like a power bank or solar USB. So the USB connection is just as vital in that situation as the alkaline battery adapter.
Yeah, especially if you have an automobile and you have that USB adapter, you can always take it out there and let the car idle for a little bit while it charges. Like you said, the power chargers that you can get for cell phones work with those to allow you to charge them up. So yeah, that's kind of cool. We were kind of wondering when they were going to come out with that on them, and they finally did. So thank you for that information. And it sounds like you've maybe experimented or played with them. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, I definitely jumped on those when I saw them available. They're both on the BTEC website as well as on Amazon, and they work well. And the USB just gives you all that flexibility. Like you said, you got the car option plus solar and these power packs. That's a great option when you lose power.
Yeah, really cool. Thank you again for that information. And yeah, probably one of these days I'll have one of those. I just got some older ones here for now, which work good, so there's no reason to upgrade. But yeah, if you're ever looking to buy one of them, that's definitely something to look at, is what options are available for charging it. Is it USB, or is it 120 volts that you need, or do you have an alternative source of power? Do they make those battery packs that you can stick alkaline or even rechargeable batteries in and continue to use it? Yeah, definitely things to think about as we head into the springtime and the thunderstorms that tend to roll through in the springtime and knock out power for a while. If anyone has any other suggestions, ideas, or anything else they'd like to talk about in the roundtable tonight, please give her a call sign.
Hi, Mark. It's Rich, WRJU231 again. Just wanted to know if any consideration given to giving information or either a YouTube presentation or TechNet, or maybe even an idea to have like subgroups within BroadNet, like the ham clubs have different types of sub-interests, and they have subgroups within the general ham club. But the topic that I was going to suggest would be shortwave, which is very hot now with world events. Or is that just too far afield from GMRF?
Yes and no. No, it's not, because I think if you want to extend GMRS further, then you should definitely look into that. I think if communication is priority to you, then it really should become all modes of communication, whether it's GMRS or shortwave or ham or telephone or text message, or, I mean, at one point I was talking to someone about using satellites to communicate communicate, store and forward messaging and stuff like that. So I think if the mode is communication, then you really should be, and we really should promote we should encourage people that only have a GMRS license to go and get their ham license if they want to expand and learn more about radio and radio systems. However, the caveat of that is, yes, this is GMRS, and I think we get a little too far out there in terms of our simplistic GMRS system, and some people don't really want to go further. They're just happy here. They've gotten a license for them and their families. They plan on using it in a real emergency, just in the simplex mode, but they enjoy the repeater system. So we don't want to necessarily take a bunch of time to explain something that's very well explained and documented in the ham world. That's why we encourage everyone to get their license, continue their knowledge through ham, and we can provide a little education. We can always give out a little information, like you said, do a net on the air or something. Now, we do have the YouTube channel. Let me break. Chris has been helping with the YouTube channel. I know he's put kind of a couple of how to connect in via DVswitch videos on there, but we do have that platform, and I can definitely take it up with Chris, who I know is also a ham operator, if he has any ideas or any ways he could maybe, and I know Chris is like, oh, yeah, you're telling me, Mark, but to make a video just kind of explaining maybe what else is out there beyond GMRS, a beyond GMRS video for us GMRS users, to talk about the HF side about it. Not maybe to give you all the details and enough information for you to go out and get your license, but at least kind of open your eyes for people who have really just kind of found GMRS and have just started into the radio world, to let them know that there is other stuff out there, but it does require additional licensing and testing. Back to you, Rich.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I understand it can't be stretched too thin, but just exploring all the different horizons within radio is always exciting, and so many different modes of communication, and there are some advantages to shortwave just on the receive side. No license needed, if you're just listening to international broadcasts, utility stations, things like that, DXing. One advantage, you can just be listening, and again, for emergencies. So just an idea, for the future. Thanks.
Yeah, no, and I totally agree with you, and I'm really on board. It's hard to get some of the ham groups to want to work with us. I understand the ham field, they really like their systems and their radios, and they do a lot of, like you said, subgroups and subcommittees, and they have very specific interests, and here on GMRS we're just a little too simple of a system to really dive into that. Most people who really do dive into that are on GMRS also are belonging to a ham group where they watch a bunch of YouTube videos and really study up on some of those aspects of it. And we just really don't dive too deep into it on GMRS. But yeah, I definitely encourage working with ham groups. I really do. Let me break for a second. So here on the local side where I'm at physically, which if you've heard me talk before, I'm not in the New York area. I'm actually down here in the Houston, Texas area, and we're forming our own 501c3 GMRS group, and we're actually really trying to reach out to local ham clubs to assist us with training people who are on GMRS that would like to become a ham operator, to help facilitate a place we can train them, and also help to facilitate the testing so we can actually do some on-the-air training or some YouTube trainings to help answer questions, just small little groups, maybe 3, 4 guys. But then also arrange to have a test date where we can take those same people that have been doing the training and take them actually to the test site, a local test site, and have them take a ham test, so I think the combination of that will work good because it benefits both groups. It benefits us on GMRS because we learn a lot more about radio and we extend our education a lot further. And it also helps us in the ham world because we're bringing new hams on board, and I know the biggest complaint in the ham world is we're losing all the hams. So anytime someone new comes in, they're always very welcoming and accepting. Back to you, Rich.
Yeah, for sure. The spectrum is a mighty big tent, and there's a lot out there. So it's for a curious mind, it's endless. There's endless options. Yeah, for sure. Well, and it just happened to chance. I needed to set something up with my security alarms. I had to call the company. They're out of Florida. So I'm talking to this guy in Florida. Never met him. And he goes, hey, I mentioned something about it. So he started asking questions. And so we got totally off the subject of my alarm panel at the house, and we started talking about radios. And he said, what's the best kind of radio? What do you recommend buying for a first radio? He said, I'm not even a ham operator. He said, I kind of want to get into it, but I kind of want to get a radio first and listen to see what's out there. And I just made the simple recommendation: buy cheap. Go get a $50 Bofang radio and have fun with it. I mean, why spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on your first radio when a small little Chinese radio will do everything you want it to, especially if you're not planning on transmitting, you're just kind of listening. It might really get you into the hobby because you found something that you can enjoy, and if you don't, you didn't spend a bunch of money on it. Yeah, I agree totally. A lot of people turn their noses at it and at that type of equipment, but that's how I got my start with the UV5R, and then on the GMRS side, a BTEC V1. And it's great value for the money. Yeah, and I think so too. And that's a recommendation I give people: to start cheap. See if you like it. It gets you into the world, and it gets you there pretty quick. You don't have to save up $1,000 for a big ICOM radio with the waterfalls and everything else. You don't need that to start with. You might want it as you get more into it, and that's great and awesome. And you might have to do some savings, but just to listen, maybe even make your first contact on a repeater system, you really don't need that big of equipment. You don't need to spend that much money. A lot of people have bought these radios and have a lot of success, and they go on to better things, and they test, and they get their general, and the next thing you know, they're buying, thousands of dollars worth of radio equipment and setting up a ham shack. But they all started small like us. They all started with a CB radio from Radio Shack back in the day,
Radio Shack rules.
They do, particularly for scanners, still the gold standard.
All right, well, gentlemen, it is 8:30, or it's 9:30. I'm going to close out the net here. We had a total of 43, I believe. I have to go back and count them. And I've got dinner on the table, actually, so I'm going to jump out of here. Thank you for everyone who checked in tonight, the many repeater owners and the people who are helping us make the broadnet a reality. Until next time, this is WREZ914. Although the net is closing, it's by no means the end of the conversation, so continue please to have a conversation with each other. I just have to jump off as it's dinner time here.